5 years ago, we launched something called Wolfmix. At the time, lighting control was complicated, expensive, and honestly, not built for performers. Our goal was simple: to make professional lighting control accessible to musicians, DJs, and artists, without needing a lighting designer or a laptop. What started as a hobby project, designed at home with a little 3D printer, has since been picked up by over 40,000 artists around the world. People using Wolfmix in clubs, parties, live events, and everywhere in between. And what's been really special for us is seeing how that same workflow has stayed with people as their shows have grown, from small setups to bigger stages. Today, we're taking the next step. We're announcing 2 new products. One is a refinement of the Wolfmix W1, and the other is something that we've been building for the live stage. So, let's start with the Wolfmix W1. Over the last 5 years, the W1 hasn't really stood still. It's been refined through updates, feedback, and thousands of real-world performances. The Mk2 with the USB MIDI and memory stick backup, and just last month we released the official 2.0 Double Trouble firmware. The W1 Mk3 introduces a refreshed design and a completely new button mechanism. Let me show you what's changed. The base plate now consists of one seamless piece of powder-coated steel, which curves up to the rear of the controller. Here we see a USB-C socket with an increased power rating, and this allows you to connect more power-hungry devices to the USB-A socket. Now over on the top, we've tweaked our encoder cap design. Now it features a gunmetal plating topped with a matte pearl chrome, and the button mechanism is just something you'll have to try. When we launched Wolfmix, it was designed for performers. Musicians, DJs, artists, people who wanted to control their lights themselves. But over the years, those performances got bigger, and the Wolfmix kept showing up in more demanding environments. So this year, we're bringing Wolfmix to the stage. This is Wolfmix WING. The WING is a hands-on hardware extension for the Wolfmix W1. It's built around the same workflow over 40,000 artists already know, but expanded with the control, feedback, and scale needed for modern stage lighting. At its core, the WING gives you 8 motorized faders with LED light guides, 8 OLED displays for immediate feedback, a main dimmer, and a new cue list mode for structured playback. Presets can be triggered manually using a dedicated go button, or played back automatically using custom fade and hold timings. The WING also unlocks up to 4 additional DMX universes. Add subgroups for more granular control of larger lighting rigs, and introduces a control mode and a mapping mode, allowing you to build a fully customizable workspace that matches how you perform. The WING connects to any Wolfmix W1, Mk1, Mk2 or Mk3 using a single USB cable. It powers the W1, expands it, and it instantly feels like one unified system. So here it is, the Wolfmix WING. USB power delivery, so you can use any laptop USB power delivery supply if you misplace your Wolfmix WING supply. USB-C to connect to any PC or Mac to use EasyView 3D or W tools. You've got your 4 DMX universes over here, allowing up to 8 DMX universes in total. And then you've got your USB socket here to connect over to W1 with a single USB cable for both power and data. As you can see, the WING expands the W1. It's instantly recognizable. You have your flash, your solo, and your color, beam, and move effects. Changing the faders modifies the group dimmer. You can modify on the W1 and the Wing will follow. We've also got subgroups. For example, on Group A, I've split this into 3 subgroups, allowing me to control the brightness of my left, centre and right fixtures together. After this, we've got colour. The Wing will synchronise to show your colours, which you can edit with Shift. And when editing, you can see your individual RGBW, amber, UV and lime colour components. If you move the colour palette on the W1, the Wing will follow. And then down here we've got OK and cancel buttons to accept or cancel out of the edit. Over here on the position screen, we can edit a position and immediately control the tilt, the fan, and the cross functions, making it super fast and simple to set your scenes and your presets and your effects. Now, the Wing has 3 exclusive modes. Firstly, Cue List mode. Cue List allows you to load a preset onto each fader. If we trigger Cue List 3 over here, we have 4 presets that can be triggered with the Go button directly by hitting one of the letter buttons, or you can take a fader to 0 and you can manually fade in a cue or even go back to your previous cue. In addition to manual control, you've also got automatic control. So if I trigger this cue list over here, notice that the cues jump automatically according to some fade and hold times that I've set over here. At any point you can cancel and then finish the fade off manually. And it's not just one preset per cue. Over here we can stack presets. In this one we've got a colour, a move and a beam preset all within the same cue. Now let's take a look at the control mode. The control mode gives you all the most common features directly in one place on the Wing. This allows you to change colours and movements without having to jump between different modes on the controller. So here we've got Group A. If I want all the lights in Group A to be red, I can select Group A and I can change the faders like so. And then imagine Group B, I want them all to be pink. It's as simple as that. I can also do a pan and tilt offset. Imagine we want the lights panned over here. You can actually now relatively move the move effects as they're playing using the pan and tilt buttons. And it's not just per group as well. So here I can select the subgroup, let's say subgroup 1 and 2, and set a different pan offset. And you see here now with the effect, I can create all sorts of different combinations with the subgroups. That's the control screen. And finally, we have mapping. The mapping screen allows you to create a completely custom layout for your Wolfmix Wing, tailored to your needs. In this example, I have some flash buttons over here. I have some preset buttons here. I have some color preset buttons over here with a color effect phasing and speed control right below. Over here, I've got a move preset and I can change the phase of my move effects directly below just here. Here we've got some beam. I could have a sparkle that I can slow down with the beam speed. And these faders also work in banks. So I can go to bank 2. And here I've got some direct DMX output channel control. You know, sometimes you've just got like an effect on a DMX channel which you need to control directly. Well, you can now map any DMX output channel to one of the faders on the Wing directly. And watch this. I can unplug the W1 and the Wing will continue to work on its own, meaning you could pre-program this along with the W1 and then just use the Wing on its own. Thank you for the feedback, the ideas, and the shows you take Wolfmix to. Thanks for joining us. and we'll see you on the stage.